Hey guys, we are back for another review, and if you saw my recent toy haul video, you know I've got some Figuarts coming up, and today that's what we're going to take a look at. We have got the Elite Praetorian Guard figure from Bandai Tamashii Nations. So this is the double-bladed one. He comes with other weapons though, so we'll talk about that. So I think mostly the double blade goes with this particular helmet style that we have. We've seen this guy with Hasbro's Guards of Evil 4-pack. He's the one that has the soft goods. This guy does not have soft goods. I'm excited about that. So this is a standard package for Figuarts. Nothing too crazy here. This is the cool package as far as I'm concerned, the one that has the window. They're not exclusives. And then on the side, we've got the guard. On the back, we've got some product shots with the other accessories. Tons of kanji down there. It is a bit of a thicker box this time around because there's actually 2 trays on the inside. But other than that, it's the same box that we're used to. Makes for a good presentation, but, you know, we're not leaving him in. So let's pull him out and take a look. All right, guys, here is our Praetorian Guard out of the package, and we're going to do articulation, paint, sculpt, all that good stuff. Get that out of the way, and then we're going to do a comparison between this guy and the identical Black Series release that came out in the Guard pack. So let's do articulation real quick. Figuarts, so he has more articulation than your average figure. Head can look down, look up, rotate all around, and then it has that little bob back and forth action. The neck is also articulated, so there are 2 different pegs going in there. The shoulder pads, this top pad is articulated. It sits on a little ball peg that's on top of the shoulder, so you can kind of move it around a little bit to cover those armor plates and just kind of get it in the right spot. The arm can only go up so far. Everything's going to start to hit each other the more you lift it up. Not a huge deal for me. I don't see me ever positioning him like that, so it's not a huge problem. Can go all the way around. We can swivel at the upper bicep. You can also swivel at the elbow. And the elbow is one of the big points of contention for Black Series, just because they didn't they didn't leave it exposed. So that joint is covered by a different material that sits over top of the joint. Figuarts, Bandai decided to go a different route and leave the interior portion of the elbow exposed, which helps a lot. Obviously, it does create some gaps depending on how you've got him posed, but I expect to always have this guy in some sort of a style pose. I don't think I'm ever going to have him just standing still, so I don't think it's going to be a big problem for me. And now, if you want to have him standing like this, that might bother you because, yeah, you can see the joint inside of that. I am not going to nitpick about that because I'm just not going to have him posed that way. And I like the additional range of motion, so this guy gets just higher than 90 degrees. And there is no concern of warping or messing up plastic like I have with the Black Series, because I don't. If you saw one of my videos, I don't remember which one. One of the guards already has stress marks on that piece of plastic that sits here, so it's just something to keep an eye out for. But for this guy, it's a non-issue. The hands sit on those standard kind of Figuarts ball pegs, so they have some rocker motion. They just kind of hit the interior portion of this like scale piece here. I don't really know how they could have done it any differently, but then we've also still got the rotation as well. There is the double ball peg system going on here, so there's an upper swivel and a little bit of a back and forth at the middle of the torso, and then at the top of the waist you have another one as well to give you a different layer of kind of crunch down there. As far as the legs go, it's kind of hard to show because we've got the skirt piece in the way. You can twist them a bit. There is the Figuarts drop down. It's very subtle on this guy though, and it's honestly kind of hard to pick up. But the leg does drop down a little bit. You can rotate within that cut there. There is the double joint at the knee, which is pretty standard. We've got a full true rocker joint at the ankle. So you got a wide range of motion there. Not tons of up and down motion because the foot is going to hit that lower cuff on the armor. We do have swivel, and then there is the toe articulation as well. So pretty standard stuff for Figuarts, but he's pretty well decked out as far as articulation goes. Now, as far as sculpt goes, I think this guy looks great. There's not tons and tons of detail just because they are relatively plain. There's not lots of line work on them. But at the same time, I think he looks cool. I think this is unfortunately the worst of the guards. I don't particularly care for this weird plate that sits over top of the helmet, but we are getting the other 2, so it's not a huge deal. And there are, most of the materials we've seen, there have been shown to be 5 guards. I have seen pictures that have leaked from the set. I think I saw this one on Reddit of Snoke's throne room where there are definitely more than 5, but I think that so far what we've seen is that there are 3 different styles of guards and that there are multiples of each one. This guy so far has been shown to be unique, but I don't think that's going to be the case, especially because of the accessories we got with this guy, but time will tell. So I think the helmet is goofy, but it is executed really well, and the line work on the visor, or whatever that's supposed to be, because I have no idea how anybody could see out of that, is really well done as well. I do love the scale mail kind of style of the armor, and then what line work there is here is pretty good. This guy does not have soft goods. He has a pliable, rubbery plastic, which is still different from what we see with Hasbro's figures. It doesn't really have any texture on it whatsoever. There are some wrinkles, and that's about it. But I prefer this to soft goods any day of the week, especially for consistency's sake. Underneath, the legs are just standard kind of pants material. There is nothing there, no real texture whatsoever. And then we've got the armor plating down there for the legs. There is very little paint on this guy too. Most of him is going to be molded in red or black, and as you can see, there's really no reason for it to be any different way. If they can mold it, do it. And there is a little bit of paint here and there. There's a little blue square on him there, but that's about it. There's not tons, and you know, I don't really think we need it. If the character and the figure doesn't have it, then why should the toy? So let's take a look now at the accessories that he comes with, and then we'll talk comparison between this guy and Black Series. Now, as far as accessories goes, it's a Figuarts, so you know we've got extra hands. We've got the closed-fisted hands that he comes with out of the box here. Pretty standard stuff. And then we've got some other sets as well. There's 2 additional sets. We have got an open palm, just kind of style pose hand, and then we've got the gripping hands for holding the accessories. So for weapons, we've got the double blade, which, you know, that's what he's called. He's the Elite Praetorian Guard, parentheses, double blade. So this is the weapon that this particular guard has been shown in pretty much any promo material that I have found. It is a double-bladed weapon, red with silver accents, silver blade. I particularly enjoy this weapon. I think it's really cool. This accessory itself is definitely better than the Hasbro version. From a color standpoint, I think it's more saturated. It looks nicer. And better yet, it does not have to combine. So they included the combined version. So this is what it looks like on its own, and then he breaks it apart and it becomes 2 different weapons. So same thing, you just get the option of having to have a full one or 2 halves, but you don't have to split it apart. He does have other weapons though, and this is one of the things that leads me to believe that this guy is not as unique as he's shown in the promo material. So we've got the sword here, but we've also got the whip. And so far in the promo material, this has been shown as its own thing, and this has been shown as its own thing, but I believe they are actually one in the same. So this sword becomes this whip. I mean, that's pretty clear. There's really no debating that at this point. And I think this guy might also use this, or at least a different version of this helmet might use it, because I don't think he is as unique as he is made out to be so far. This thing is kind of bendy, but you really can't shape it too much. It basically just sits in a little crook like that, which is fine. I probably won't be using it, at least not anytime soon. And then this is a more rigid plastic, but it's still not 100% like rock hard. It is still a little soft, but nothing too crazy. And it's got some nice detailing on the hilt, some silver paint, and then of course the blade, which is like a tri-tip kind of thing. It looks like 3 things in one actually that blend into one pointed tip at the end. So who knows what that actually means. But you can get him to hold all of these with those gripping hands. Those are the only hands he uses for weapons. So we've got, you know, those 2 and then these as well. So this guy is completely decked out as far as accessories goes, especially weapons. Now for a quick comparison between Figuarts and the Black Series, from a technical figure standpoint, there is no question the Figuarts is better, but who's really going to debate that? This guy isn't bad. I'm not saying he's a bad figure. I just don't like the implementation of soft goods. And it mostly comes down to the fact that none of the other guards in the Black Series have soft goods. They all have the more rubbery plastic like the Figuarts. So it's an odd design choice, and it just bugs the hell out of me. This guy has the weird elbow articulation because they covered the joint, and that was their design choice. This one's not covered, so it moves a little better. But overall, this is still a better figure. If you buy them both, this is the clear winner. If you only need a guard, you probably get the Black Series if you don't want to shell out the extra money. But, they are definitely on different levels. The color on this guy is more vibrant. It is more consistent and better. There aren't really any differences in terms of design, though. The only real things that I can find are, of course, the soft goods. The legs on this guy are textured, whereas they're not on him. They're smooth. I don't know which is supposed to be correct, though. And then the little dot on their chest, because they don't really have any paint on them anywhere. This guy's is black, and this one is blue. So, I don't know if that matters to you. If it does, that might influence your decision. But either way, they're both decent figures. This guy is definitely the better figure. So at the end of the day, this guy is a clear winner for me. I am really looking forward to getting the other two Praetorian Guards from Bandai. I think they executed this guy really well. A really clean, crisp look, excellent articulation, cool design, which translated into a really cool toy. So if you are interested in this one, I would not hesitate to pick him up. And if you got him coming, I expect you'll be pretty happy with him. So that's going to do it for this look at the Elite Praetorian Guard from Bandai Tamashii Nations SH Figuarts line. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And until next time, guys.